Hi everyone, it's Louise. Alright, so I am in a cleanup mode because I'm on the heels of a pour that did not turn out so hot. That was Melly D inspired, that now I know why she doesn't do it a whole lot, because it's not very easy to do. Where I did a wandering pour with the cloud mix, and it just didn't turn out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to clean up my paints. And I'm going to do an open cup. And I'm going to use my what's left of my pearl paint, which this is the 36% with the satin enamels. I don't have much. This is an 8x10. I've got a whole bunch of colors I'm going to pour in, and I'm just going to wing it. So I appreciate you bearing with me, hanging out, and watching another either success or a fail. We'll find out. So here's my open cup that I'm going to use. I need to put something on the base. What should I use? Should I use the blue scraps that I've been accumulating? That I've been very successful at accumulating scraps. Or the whole point of this is to see how the cloud mixture reacts in an open cup with these other colors. And I may not even use all the colors, and I can't testify that these colors are pure. I'm going to do my best in the description of it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's do this. Let's put a little bit of this down. This has got a lot of good color in it. And let me put my gloves on first. And it's a little frustrating when you have something in mind you want to do and it just doesn't even come close. Okay, so let's pour some in, some around. And I'll tell you what, if you don't have a sense of adventure, this is not the thing for you. That's a really pretty blue. So let's start with that. So on the heels of my sneezing dog, and in an attempt to save some time here, I'm double timing through this. You can see the colors. That's a DecoArt black. I have a variety of colors that I'm not even sure what they are at this point, because as I get farther and farther in a process, I often combine paints. But you can see the colors. I'll list them as best I can in the description below. But the whole point of this, like that cloud mixture I just poured in there, is to see how the cloud mixture affects an open cup. Now we saw with a flip cup, it didn't seem to have a whole lot of activity or effect, but I'm hoping in the open cup it does. So as I go through here, I'm just dropping colors in and pointing out that it's interesting that for some reason everything is going off to your left. And I point out, well, that makes it easier for me to pull the cup off to your right without affecting the composition. And I'm just going for it. So I appreciate you staying here to watch the interaction of the paints and what the outcome is, because I was kind of surprised with the results myself. So here I'm pointing at the white spots where clearly the cloud pour is coming through. So I think pouring it from up on high is causing it to have a good reaction with the mixture. Yeah, with all this mixture, I'm surprised it doesn't all turn to mud. I'm really quite surprised. Oh, and bear in mind that these paints are not the typical cloud pearl mixture consistency. These are a little bit thicker, so they have a little bit of a trace when you pour them on the stick, off the stick, and they do have a little bit of a mound in the cup. So as I'm pouring here, I'm just feeling really liberated. As the more I purge to open myself up to the next opportunity, it just feels really good to kind of dump some of these paints out and see what we get. And in these moments of purging and liberation, at least for me, I'm feeling very free and not worried about what the result's going to be. I'm just going for it. Here we go. I'm going just quickly. No patience with this one. Boom. Boom. Just want to see if there's any effect with the DecoArt Satin enamel. See if it gives you any kind of don't want to lose that I've got over here, this white. Let's stretch, stretch, stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. The only trouble with this is that it's totally non-repeatable because it is literally a wing and a prayer. To bring some of the white down just for fun. And as I've mentioned in prior videos, this is when you're taking a good hard look at the canvas, seeing where the paint is, seeing what the composition looks like, how much paint do I have on, what areas I want to pour off, which areas I want to try to stretch out. That's what is happening here. And as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, man, it's almost too bad this wasn't like on a 16 by 20 canvas, because on a larger scale, I think it would look really cool. Let's see what happens with this. For a little more soft effect. Satin enamel starts with S, means soft, right? I'm gonna play with it a little bit. Why not? I'll tell you, if hanging around and watching me does not give you all confidence, there's something wrong. Where's my white? I bet I got a little bit of white in here. Just give it a dabble do. Just a dabble do. Don't even need that much. So I'm looking to add a little bit of the white satin enamel here because I know it's going to poof up and it's going to adopt the colors that are underneath. And I wanted to add some white in different sections of the canvas because there's so much on the top portion or the right side. I want to balance out the canvas with the white, even if it is only just a little bit. Dab of white down here. Just a little teeny tiny bit. Disappeared. I'll tell you, it's kind of interesting. You just don't know what you're going to get. You're just kind of very much winging things. This is really, really interesting in here. It's not like anything I've done before, but I'll tell you, flip cups or open cups are just a grab bag and very cool. Open cups. They're just so, just random. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates. So I realized I didn't hold this up to the camera like I normally do, so I'm gonna show you the wet results in a second. So here's a flyover of this guy. And you know, it's interesting. It's not that bad. I'm not in love with it, but I do like the effects that the cloud mixture did make in the white areas, and evidently had some effect in other areas because that's why I have pearls, I think. So here's a little bit of a close-up as I get down here. There's some neat aspects. I like what's going on in here. Even though it's all broken up in there, I think it's just kind of a cool, feathery looking effect, at least to me. Yeah, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I might just touch it up a little bit before it starts to dry. That's where we are. So thanks for tuning in, folks. I appreciate it, and take care until next time.